Correct. You have won.
Did I win $1,000?
You know, you won the sword. The sword.
The
of
sword.
Jeffrey.
I was wondering where it was.
Well.
Greetings everybody, it's your salty neighborhood giant with another video about Ashes of Creation. Today we're gonna talk about the latest livestream and what I thought is the most interesting thing the guy said during the livestream. And also we're gonna take a look at some other older screenshots and videos I found that I still find really interesting till this day. But you know what? Before we get going, I'm kind of bored of this. I've been using the same avatar for 15 years. I've been doing videos about this game for over a year now. And I mostly use the same boring graphics and backgrounds. I think it's time for a change. I think it's time that I put a little bit more effort into this whole YouTube thing. So I'll be right back and I'm gonna go get some fire and burn all this down and then we're gonna start anew. Okay, so this is already a little bit better. I know it's not a much, but I already like this setup way more than the old one. So from now on, I'm going with this. So the first thing I want to talk about, I think it's the only thing I really want to talk about, is one specific quote Jeff said during the last live stream. And what I'm talking about is I'm gonna have the video, the trailer, the environment trailer from the last live stream run in the background. Okay, so the one quote I want to talk about first comes from Jeff, and I'm gonna read this out loud now. He said, "The hope is that when we get to that point, there will be no such thing as the phrase, 'we have it on farm.'" A lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, but there's a good amount of people that don't understand what this term means, so I'm gonna explain it really, really simple. In a lot of games like World of Warcraft, it was to, I don't know, any game that has any sort of raid endgame. And the term having it on farm means that you have cleared the raid. You cleared it for the first time completely, and now every time you go back, you can clear it in one night. Especially in World of Warcraft, that term is used quite a lot because a lot of raids in World of Warcraft, because of the different difficulties, are easy to clear. And any World of Warcraft player that you talk to can confirm this. Like normal, heroic, mythic, even mythics these days is not really, I don't consider them really hard. Most guilds clear them within like 2 or 3 IDs. Maybe 4. But Steven, well, no, not Steven. We're gonna get to Steven in a second. But Jeffrey using or saying this made me think. They talked about how raids will always be different and there's always going to be a little surprise in there for me. And I was always critical about raiding in Ashes of Creation because I have not seen any, real in-depth raid fights or hard raid fights. We had seen this one video where they went into this raid area, and I want to make this clear to anybody that is watching. The game is in pre-alpha. We're not even in alpha 1 yet. So what I'm about to say is just, personal opinion, and I'm not talking about on Intrepid Studio. It's just, I'm hoping I am wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But for those of you who don't recall, there was a raid video a while back, and they fought the spider boss that we've seen so often. And there was nothing really special about that fight. It looked like a basic, tank and spank, a little bit of AoE there. Here and there was no real mechanics going on. So I hope that in the future, we will see some ideas, maybe concept art on how raid fights could go within Ashes. For example, I remember back in the day we seen raid guides for World of Warcraft even till this day where they had, graphics and everything. This is this is what the boss does. This is what you need to do. And even then people were not able to clear the boss like in the first try. So just Jeffrey saying we have it on farm, for me personally, I like that he said that, because it gives me now the hope that they really are going at raiding the right way. They're gonna try to make raiding as hard as possible. Raiding should not be something that every guild can do. Maybe not maybe every guild can do it, but not every guild should be able to clear the hardest raid within a couple of weekly IDs. Every time you should go raiding, you should really prepare for a battle. That's what I'm hoping with this phrase. Afterwards, Steven Sharif also said something, and I will quote him here as well. And he said, "I know every single large guild raider is like, but I like having things on farm. Well, if you want to have it on farm, it's going to be very difficult." And just that whole statement gives me the hope that they will not make They will make raids accessible for everybody. I mean, it's always important to let everybody go into raids, but they're not gonna make it so you can clear the raid instantly. And for me as a raider, I think this is probably one of the greatest things I heard about the game so far. Back in the day when I first got involved with Ashes, I heard about, the node system, which I still love, and I heard about the large-scale PvP, which is awesome. But then I got really, really interested when Steven said, I think it was even during the very, very first live stream, he said 40-man raids. I was sold right there. I was like, boom, take my money here, take everything I have. So, but then over the years, over the past year, I got, because we didn't hear or see anything about raids, I got worried. Hey, maybe they don't try to make raids as I would like them to have. But then Jeff and Steven said those two things. And the good thing is, and I'm really I don't want to give myself credit, but those two answers Jeff and Steven gave were based on one of my questions that they actually picked for the live stream. And I asked, how will you make instant raiding competitive compared to games like WoW? I think they misunderstood what I actually wanted to ask, because I was asking more about the complexity of a raid and, raid mechanics and whatever. But I'm satisfied with the answer they gave, because just Jeff saying they don't want people to use the term "we have it on farm," it just satisfies me to a degree that I did not think they could do. Because now every week I can look forward to a new, different, hard raid. And I know a lot of people are like, but raids, I don't want to raid for 8 hours. I agree, a lot of people are not into hard raiding. I get that. It's these days raiding is more like farming. But I am as happy as I can be when I can spend 4 to 5 hours just fighting one boss and then in the end kill a guy. That's for me the most fun I have in MMORPGs. Okay, now that I talked about the last live stream, I want to jump back to some other media files I found again from the past. The first one being a 3D video of a troll that has been corrupted. They showed us this really early on, and I have to say, till this day, I think it looks pretty awesome, and I cannot really wait to see this guy in-game. Next up, we got a closer look at one of the NPC monsters we've seen in one of the live streams for Alpha Zero. It's one of these lion tree sort of kind of monsters. And I have to say, the more I look at it, the more I like it. I wish it would be a mount, but it looks pretty awesome. To end this video, I'm showing you guys a couple more concept art pieces that I really enjoy. And yeah, that's it for today. If you liked this video, make sure to press the subscribe and bell button, and if you want, you can follow me on Twitch. I am going to stream a lot of Ashes of Creation in the future as soon as we get into Alpha 1. If you feel like you want to support me a little bit more, feel free to use my referral link. And yeah guys, as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you on the Ashes of Creation community Discord.